Anyway, you're listening to Manigan's Movie Music live on Love the Beat Radio with me, Reese Manigan. That was Madagascar 3 Cannonball to start off Friday, Manigan's Movie Music on a Friday. I'm twisting my words there, I do apologise. I've had a crazy week this week, very busy, but sort of productive. I'll talk about that later on in the show. So on today's show, guys, just to let you know, there will be another movie review. I'm reviewing Hurry Up Tomorrow, which I can't wait to talk about because this one is definitely going to be splitting a few hairs. There's definitely going to be a Marmite reaction. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it, if that makes sense. Because there's some things I really want to talk about, including about that film. And I saw that last weekend, and to be honest, it's been a very interesting turn about that show, like that film. Like, it's really, really interesting. So I can't wait to talk about that later on in the show. But that is my movie review for today, because I really want to see if there's some sort of debate going on. If, of course, you guys are tuning in and you have seen that film, then let's see what the reaction is going to be. Anyway, so it's now time to introduce my guest today. She is a model, and she hasn't done much acting, but maybe she'll be debuting her acting with my project because she's been very supportive over my work, and she's here today to promote what she's doing today. So please welcome Alba.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
So, fantastic. Wonderful. I'm very happy to be here.
Yes, I'm very happy to have you here. I very appreciate you spending your time to come here, because I know you have a very hectic, busy schedule.
Yeah.
So it's very honoured. I'm very honoured that you're here to take your time to be on this tiny little show that I don't think many people listen to, but who never know. But hopefully your friends and family are tuning in this morning.
Yeah, 100%.
So hopefully they'll give a shout out or they'll say hello, whatever. But thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you. Well, I'm Alba. I am a model. I started modeling like 3 years ago, and my journey since I was a little girl is been all about self-development, self-improvement, challenging myself, and going beyond my limits, and always achieving what was meaningful for me in my soul.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So what made you start that journey in the first place? That made you say, oh, that's what I want to do, or that's what I'm going to go for?
Well, I am also a nurse, and I worked as a nurse for 10 years. But throughout my career, there was something creatively missing. I needed something more creative. And equally, being a person who have had an eating disorder, I wanted to show the world that actually all the bodies are beautiful, and we need representation of all types of bodies. And that was really the main thing that brought me into the creative industry and representing different bodies in the model industry.
That is truly inspiring, because I've said this before, that I believe that modelling isn't just about having a very skinny body or having abs, you know, like you see on Love Island and stuff like that. I mean that's why I hate that show. Yeah. I hate it with a passion. Like, seriously, because it's just like, this is why I always said the only time I'd ever watch Love Island is if they had plus size people on the show.
Yeah.
And I'd say, do you know what? Brilliant. They're being more diverse with people. Yeah. This is brilliant. But no, instead it's just Barbies and Kens, and that's why I hate it. And to be honest, it's fake anyway. I know it's fake because I actually knew someone who went on that show, and she told me everything about behind the scenes. So I know it's fake. But anyway, who cares? If you're a fan of Love Island, then don't listen to the show because I don't care. Seriously, I hate it. But what you just said, that's what I was saying the whole time. We need more plus size models, we need more diverse models, you know, whether it's male or female, and more confidence in that. And also like to say, look, this is who I am, get over it. A body is this body, this is who I am. Yeah. Because when I hear documentaries as well of, oh, you know, I need to change my body because I felt unconfident, and then they look like a skeleton, or they think, oh, if I build up and have steroids and stuff like that, it's like, are you kidding me? And sometimes I'm like, you were fine actually the way you were, and then you've done that. And I understand that people do have severe mental health and they do that, but I think the way they go about it is not really the right direction for them, because I feel like they think, oh yeah, if I do this, and then their personality changes, so they think, yeah, now I'm better, and their ego starts to kick in, and that's when it starts to get downhill, really. So really, they're going more downhill than going uphill. Does that make sense?
No, 100%, and I 100% agree with you, but the way each person handles their mental health or their eating disorders or their perception in the society is their own path as well, and they need to learn through it. However, I think I missed when I was a kid models that were my size and representation that was my size that perhaps would let me think that actually is not nothing wrong to have my size.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to bring to these young girls and young boys. Like, we're beautiful, we are empowered, we are here for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, embrace that power, 100%. So, as you said, you've done a lot of modelling yourself. Yeah. So, is there a particular favourite shoot that you've done that's gone, oh my God, this brings out me?
Yeah.
So, is there one in particular that stands out for you?
For me, I would highlight 2 moments in my career. One of them was to make it for the London Fashion Week. That was huge with my size. I'm a 5'5" model, and size 12. So that was very empowering.
Yeah.
But if I need to really highlight a specific one, I'm gonna highlight an editorial that I recently done. And was all about bringing the masculinity and femininity into the woman's world, and how we women, we do it all. And we are so powerful, and we still keep going in the society fighting for our rights. So it's gonna come out very soon, this project, so please check in my social media and support it, because it's very beautiful, and it's very much based on my personal life.
Amazing. Well, I'm sure the listeners will definitely want to support that 100%. So you guys do that, please. 100% do that. Is there like so when you started out doing this, do you remember exactly your very first moment or very first shoot you done that made you say, right, okay, let's continue with this? Or did you start off on your own? Like, did you have people first, or did you start off on your own?
I started because one day one guy approached me in the gym and told me I actually could be a great model, and I said, okay, I never thought of it, the most random thing ever.
Sometimes that does tend to happen.
Yeah.
Random stranger pops in, you could do it good, okay,
yeah. And since then I started to do collaborations and things like that, but my very first paid runaway was straight away into the London Fashion Week, because it was like a day before the show, they had a model that dropped off and they really needed a replacement, and they contacted me because they loved my profile, and I was like, I've never done it, but but I said to myself, I can do it.
Okay.
And I practiced the entire night, my walk.
Nice.
And the day after I performed. And I'm still in touch with the designer.
Amazing.
We're still good friends, and it was amazing. And since then I never stopped.
That's the thing you can't do. You cannot stop.
Yeah.
So, it's like with me, because you've arrived at a very special, I say this to every guest, you've arrived at a very special time, because it's my 20th anniversary of filmmaking.
Yeah.
So you have arrived at a very special time on my occasion. So every guest that has joined this year, it's a huge honour to have them on here, to know that they're celebrating with me the 20th anniversary, as well as they're coming on talking about what they're doing and everything like that. Because, by the way, guys, this show is not just about actors and filmmakers in general. It's about people who are working in media, models, photographers, presenters, radio presenters, who are obviously all going to come out on the show in the next few weeks to talk about their stories. So your story is definitely one of the most inspiring, definitely 100%, to know that you're trying to make a difference. And that's what this show is all about. So really, you have come on the right show. Yeah,
definitely. We are in the same path. We are celebrating you. We're celebrating us.
Yes, exactly.
100%.
That's what it's all about. So as you know, you are on the Manigan's movie music. You have joined the show today. So you have admitted, though, your film knowledge isn't 100% there.
No.
That's fine. That's fine. But
I'm here to learn.
She's here to learn. Yeah, because don't worry, because there's actually been a few It's weird. There's actually been a few actors who I've met who said they don't really watch many movies either.
Right.
And then next thing you know, I'm showing them what films they could watch. Next thing you know, they've got a list. And the next thing you know, they've gone off and they've gone, I've watched this because you told me about this one.
Yeah.
And so I've gone, there you go. There you go. I've opened the doors for you.
Yes.
But that's absolutely fine. You don't have to know many films. I'm not going to quiz you on movies or anything like that and stuff like that. It's not that sort of show where I just get a quiz card and go, do you know what Humpty Dumpty sat on? And then you're like, the bricks? No. Anyway, but it's absolutely fine. But the idea of because the reason you came on the show is because when you said about what you would do about making the difference, that's why I had to bring you on the show, because that is exactly what I'm looking for. It's about people who are making the difference as well. And again, because loads of, it's like with me, I didn't have much confidence when it comes to the filmmaking process. Like, obviously, I mean, I'm surprised how many projects I've even done in the past 20 years. So the fact that you're on here saying, I've done that, it's like, yeah, well, that's exactly what I did. I didn't listen to that, and I went off and done it, and now look how much I've done.
And here I am.
Exactly, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, guys. So, yes, okay, right, let's get on with the next track, guys. Okay, so the next one here is from a very good classic one from the Jungle Book from the 1994 film. This is the main title sequence. Stay tuned, guys, because coming up is the Hurry Up Tomorrow movie review.